Hello there and welcome to Sylvia's Essentials, Makeup Tips for the Blind. I'm here to do another cooking video. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to be making homemade French fries, baked style. Hope you're all doing good out there. And like always, if you like this video, and I hope you do, and I hope it's informative to you, if you're blind or low vision or even sighted, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe my video. It really helps my video here on YouTube to get a wider range of more viewers, okay? All right, so I'm standing in front of my kitchen sink, and I got 2 baking potatoes here. I'm going to be peeling 2 of them. Now, I had already washed them. It's always important to scrub your potatoes with warm water with a scrub brush. You know, little handheld scrub brushes with a handle on it. If you're low vision, if you can see this out there, this type of scrub brush, well, you can see this one has already been worn and used because I use it a lot. But just a little handheld scrub brush. Show my camera. Okay, if you can see that out there. All right. And like I said, I'm going to peel these. So I'm going to go to the other side of the kitchen because I believe my peeler is on the other side. Because I'm going to chop them over here by the stove, on top of the stove area. Yes, my peeler was right here. All right, back over to the sink. Okay, and the thing is, I washed my hands with soapy water. And what I'm going to use is a colander here, just a little colander, metal colander, or you could use any colander. And why to use this colander is because this is a good thing to put your potato peels in your sink. That way, you're not getting potato peels all over the sink or everywhere. Okay, but even in a colander, you can get peels outside of it sometimes. All right, so first now, like I said, these potatoes have been washed, scrubbed, the dirt off of them thoroughly. Okay, so now I'm going to peel these. I'm going to peel these inside the colander. And when you peel, if you've never done it before, you just want to lay the blade down on the potato and just a little firmity, pull up with the peeler. I like to do it from the bottom up. It's just because I get a better grasp of peeling the potato. And you just want to feel across as you go to feel if the potato skin is off. Just feel across and be careful with the peeler. You don't want to hurt yourself with the peeler, especially if it's a new one, because the blade can be a little sharp. But this one has been used for a while, so the blade isn't that sharp as it was, but it still gets the job done. Just turning my potato in my non-dominant hand, got a grip of it, and I'm turning it as I'm peeling. Just be careful when doing this. If this is the first time you're doing this, it will get easier like anything else. So now I'm going back and feeling with my hand that's holding the peeler, my fingers, I'm feeling with my pointer finger, index finger, whatever, to feel if there's any slight peel that I just went over. Okay, this feels okay. Now I'm going to do the ends. Just grabbing hold of my potato over my colander in the sink. Same thing, just going from around the bottom of the top of the potato in a circular motion, and the top of it just peeling to feel if that's off. Okay, that side feels good. Now I'm doing the other end. Oh, and to let you guys know, before I forget, I did pass my first culinary class. Okay. Yeah, I passed it, so I'm very, happy about that. I did study, hard. All right, so that's one potato. I'm gonna set that aside. Now I'm gonna do the next one. Same thing. Same thing. And you can tap your peeler on the side of your colander if you get some stuck in the blade. Homemade potatoes. I love homemade French fries. Just as much as I love McDonald's French fries. Like I said, just always be careful in the kitchen when you're using your kitchen aids, tools, like knives and different things like that. That's my oven indicator letting me know that these will be ready for baking once I'm done preparing them. Now, if you rinse these ahead of time, wash them off, you don't need to rinse them again. If you made sure that you scrubbed with warm water under the running sink all the dirt that you pretty much could feel to get off of the potatoes. And you can feel the dirt on potatoes. Some you cannot feel, of course. They're real fine, and so you always want to make sure you also want to scrub inside the grooves of the potatoes too that have craters in them, in the potato. Just get in there with that brush and just scrub it. Okay, I'm going around again, make sure I got peel. And these are medium potatoes. Just to let you know, they're not the real big ones. They're not real small either. They're medium. I would say more medium small. Because these actually came out of the bag. I didn't get these loose. And a lot of times if you get bags of potatoes, of course, they usually come more medium small. Medium to medium small. Not bake size, which are your bigger size potatoes. Alright, so I'm feeling... Alright, this one feels pretty good as well. Alright. So I'm going to set that aside. Alright, so I got all my peel inside the colander here. Rinsing my hands and just rinse them off with warm water. And I will throw my peel away in a while. Drying my hands. Okay, set that aside for now. All right, so now I'm gonna take these potatoes and I'm gonna go to the other side to prepare to slice them. Got a little saucer here. I'm gonna put this other potato on so it doesn't get my stove messy. So what I'm gonna do, make sure your knife is sharp. I'm gonna hold the potato with my other hand. Now these are gonna be wedges. They're not gonna be chips, you know, chip style. Although you can bake or fry them like that in sliced chips. We're gonna do potato wedges. Now, if any of you know what a wedge is out there, they're like those potatoes that you get that are in a wedge shape. Okay, so I'm gonna try to tilt this a little more. You can see what I'm doing. And of course, I'll be explaining. All right, so I'm gonna start from the middle of the potato. Slice it the long way. Just be careful. So right now my potato's cut in half. And now we're gonna lay it down where it was cut on the end. That's the outer word of the potato sticking up. And I'm gonna slice it in half again. Moving my fingers out of the way, but actually feeling with between my fingers exactly where my knife is, so I know, so I can use it as a guide to know that I'm going in the center. Separate. Now I got 2 slices of that, half a slice of that potato. Same thing. Be careful. Now it's gonna go to an angle now more, so I would like just have your fingers out of the way, kind of get a feel on the top of the knife that's not sharp to kind of guide that you're in the center of that potato. Just do the best you can. Keep your fingers out of the way because safety is always first. So we have 2 wedges here. Now you can make them a little thinner than this. I still have a little more potato, so I'm gonna thin this. Now I got 3 wedges. Now before I do this, hold on a second. Let me grab my paper towel because my hands are getting a little messy from the potato. It's always good to keep a towel or paper towel nearby just to wipe your hand. I have my cookie sheet here, and I'm going to align this with cooking oil. I'm spraying it away from me, going from side to side, away from me. You don't want to get it on you. Going over it again. Make sure I'm coating it. And this will help keep your fries from sticking while they're baking in the oven. Just feel around. Make sure you get the edges, because, all right, so I got my cooking spray. So I can start adding these onto the cookie sheet as I go. This one here is a little fat, but I don't know. Should I do this? You know what? I'm going to do this one in half. You don't have to have your wedges that thick, by the way. You don't. So I'm going to finish these and add them onto my greased baking dish. And when you set your knife down, set the sharp blade outward, not inward where you're cutting, outward, away from you. Okay. Probably wonder why I'm not using a cutting board. I don't really like cutting boards at home, to be honest with you. If I'm in a restaurant setting, I would have to use a cutting board, of course. But at home, I just like to cut on a plate or a saucer. That's just what I do. There's really no right or wrong. It's just that cutting boards, you have to sterilize them and plate, just put it in the sink, wash it like you would your other dishes. Okay, now I'm going to do this other potato now. Same thing. Cut in half. Using my other hand, feeling as a guide from the outside of the potato. This is where a lot of feeling comes in. Using your sense of touch. Take your time doing this. I'm just spreading these out on the baking dish. Should I make this little one thinner? Yeah, I think I will. Even though some are a little fatter, some are a little thinner. As long as you get close enough, that's what matters. Just get close enough to around the same size. Second half of this potato, feeling cutting half in the center. And if it's just you, and if you feel you got too many French fries, when you're done cooking them and they're done cooling, and you gotta let them cool for at least, I don't know, 30 minutes. Wrap them up in a freezer bag, put them in a freezer bag, and just put them in the freezer and freeze them. Just like you buy store brand French fries, same thing applies. You can freeze these if it's after you cook them, and then you can just nuke them in the oven, nuke them in the microwave. I prefer like nuke them in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. But it depends really if you're putting them in frozen or unfrozen. If they're frozen, I'd say about 15 to 20 minutes. And it also depends on how many French fries you have left over. If you don't have that many, it would take less time than that. I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes. If they're thawed, less than that. Can I get this one in half? Yes. All right, so spreading these out on my pan. You want to separate them so they cook evenly. Oh yeah, these look good. All right. Maybe this one I could have. I'm gonna cut this one in half a little bit more. Maybe I shouldn't have, but some of these are just kind of a little fat. So I'm just breaking these down for more wedges. Now, I'm not going to put any salt on these until after they bake. But yes, you can put salt on these before you put them in the oven, or you can put salt on them after they're baked. Let me wash my hand. Drop my soap. So we're gonna put these in the oven. We're gonna put these in the oven. Well, the total cooking time will be 30 minutes. But you might want to check your oven after 25 minutes because they may be done. But I would definitely keep your eye on them, all right? Just because they can cook differently, sometimes quicker, sometimes slower. It just depends. But I'm gonna check these after 20 minutes, okay? But I would say 25 minutes baking time for these should be sufficient. And to check them, of course, you want to take a fork and poke one, let it cool. If your middle of your stove is clean, you can set it on the center of your stove or put it on a plate. Let it cool for a little bit while your baking dish is sitting on top of the stove out of the oven, and check it after it cools a little bit, or blow on it, you know. If it tastes inside that it's not fully done, then definitely I would do like another, I'm saying after 25 minutes. Just check it and let it bake for like another couple of minutes, you know. But I would say fairly about 25 minutes. Okay, and I am baking these on 350. It's good to let your oven preheat for at least good 5 minutes or 10 minutes before you put them in. All right, and then one more thing, I would say halfway, 15 minutes, I would take a spatula and gently feel and flip them over. Okay, it would be a good idea, suggestion, to flip them over after 15 minutes before you place them back in the oven for, let me see. Yeah, until the cooking time of the 25 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna place this in the oven now. And good luck with your baked, homemade, from scratch French fries. All right, so I'm going to clean up my mess, empty those potato peels and all that good stuff. And I hope you try this, and hope they turn out really good. All right, homemade baked French fries. All right, and until I see you next time, please like this video. Really appreciate it. You take care out there, and God bless. All right, from my kitchen to yours. All right, take care. Bye-bye.